welcome back to another Bitcoin video here today. Again, short video, not an overly large amount of things to talk about, but we do have a few things, and we do have a new structure to talk about, and we do have a time frame on how long this consolidation could possibly last on Bitcoin. As we know, we're heading into September. I spoke about it a lot yesterday. Red month, right? September's a bloody month on Bitcoin, always is. I have no reason to believe it's going to be anything but bloody this month. And the reason being for that is because we have, obviously it's historically a bad month, but then on top of that, we have major macro events lined up, like CPI on the 13th, like the Ethereum merge around the 19th, not confirmed, and like FOMC on the 22nd. And given the macro analysis that I've done on the DXY on bond yields and on oil prices, there is a bit of a debate when it comes to oil prices, but the DXY, for example, has reached 20-year highs, and bond yields have done a similar thing. They've reached highs we haven't seen since 2008, which of course was the last recession. So we've returned to levels on the DXY and in the bond yields that we haven't seen since the recession. The dot-com bubble for the DXY and bond yields is the 2008 financial crisis. The oil prices have come down a little bit, but I don't know if it's enough to, prompt a massive drop in inflation. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what happens. But generally speaking, it would be reasonable to assume that those numbers could come in bearish, and there needs to be another 75 basis point hike. But, again, we'll have more clarity on that as we approach, because that could obviously switch up a lot within the next couple of weeks. It's 2 weeks away. There's still a lot of time to move around with that. And we do have an opportunity, of course, for that to flip bullish and for those numbers to come bullish and for Bitcoin to break upwards. There is an opportunity for that. Now, I don't think it's likely. In fact, I've made it very clear what I think on Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin will bottom out at either 17.5K or down in this region between 11 and 14K. That's what I've said since basically November 2021. I've been saying, I haven't been saying 17K since November 2021. No, that's for sure. But I have been saying Q4 bottom on Bitcoin since November 2021. Just clarifying there. So what do we have now? Well, we have a breakdown from the bear flag, of course. We all know this. We've headed into a new structure here. We've got a triangle formation. It's actually a bearish pennant formation. We go to the hourly chart, we can see that, right? Sharp drop into the pennant. And it looks very similar to what we did before, right? You can see a sharp drop, kind of a step, sharp drop again, step, sharp drop again. We could see another sharp drop from here. Of course, this is a bearish pennant formation. They break to the downside roughly 72% of the time. When they do break to the downside, they reach their targets roughly 53% of the time. You might not know how I know those statistics. I know those statistics because me and Megawell, who's another analyst in the space, literally developed a course regarding those statistics as well. So, there's a 53% chance, essentially, that we reach the target of 17.5K on the bearish pennant formation, which of course is more than likely. And then when you're adding in the other factors, and the other factors are, of course, we still haven't reached the target for our other bear flag formation, that percentage chance goes up a lot more, right? So it becomes something like probably a 70% chance. So it is more than likely on Bitcoin, regardless of how long it takes, it's more than likely that we do come down to that 17.5K level. On top of all of that, we've of course broken the macro uptrending line to downside. That's something we've covered extensively. If we went to the weekly chart, if it loaded up here, geez, what's going on? If we went to the weekly chart, for example, we can just do it on the daily. We can see that this is an 11-year support line, been broken to the downside for the first time in that 11-year period. And so now we're kind of actually coming up to it, and you can see we're resistance support flipping from it. And this yellow line represents the bear flag that I showed you on the daily chart. And I was just saying that, hey, the highest Bitcoin could possibly go without actually damaging the structure here, without recovering the structure, would be a retest of the bottom of the bear flag formation. And so basically would be 21.9K. By the time we get there, that's likely where it would be. So I would say that, 21.9K, anything below that on Bitcoin right now, there's no reason to be bullish at all, right? Anything below 21.9K, it's just normal stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting bullish at all, in the slightest, below 21.9K. Once we get above that, we can start to consider some alternate scenarios for the medium term. Even then, the long-term predictions wouldn't change. What we need for a long-term prediction to change would be a break above this macro downtrending line that's stemming from November, coming through to April, and coming through near us right now. If we break above that downtrending yellow line, that's when you start altering your long-term predictions. But that's not happening anytime soon. I don't think so, at least. And what I can say is that the earliest Bitcoin will bottom out as per this macro downtrending line and as per the levels I've identified, the earliest it can possibly bottom out Well, not sorry. The latest it can bottom out at the 17.5k level would be a better way of saying it, is late October, and the latest it can bottom out in general, as per my predictions of the lowest point of 11.5k, which I think is the lowest Bitcoin can possibly bottom out, right? I'm not saying it's going to go there. That's the lowest it can possibly bottom out, is around December 3rd. So any time between now and December 3rd would be the bottom on Bitcoin, depending on the price level. And I think, when we're looking at this pennant formation that we do have, we could see, well, this pennant formation could potentially last until the 17th of September. So we could actually be going sideways here for another fortnight on Bitcoin. And that's going to make people so bored. But hey, guess what? When Bitcoin is boring, it means something is coming, right? That is something we've seen time and time again, right? Look at this smaller bear flag, boring for like 5 days, and then we saw a massive drop, right? Even up here, massive amount of consolidation for a long period of time, and then a huge drop downwards, and look where we are now, right? Only about, less than 2 weeks later. This is what happens with the markets. They consolidate, and then they drop, and then they consolidate, and then they drop, or go up, or whatever the thing is. Consolidate, then enter volatility, and we're seeing that consolidation phase now. So again, this consolidation can go for a maximum amount of time until the 17th of September. I would say it won't go any further than the 13th of September. Why is that? Because the 13th of September is CPI. Okay, so CPI will trigger volatility, and it's very unlikely we'll be able to remain within this pennant formation while the CPI volatility is coming in. So we have basically 10 days at an absolute maximum of boring price action to look forward to on Bitcoin. In this period of time, what should you be doing? You should be taking swing trades, scalp trades, on altcoins. I would be staying away from Bitcoin. I'd be scalp trading altcoins and keeping an eye on the Bitcoin structure. If Bitcoin heads up towards resistance, that's an opportunity for you to short altcoins. If Bitcoin heads down towards support, that's an opportunity for you to long altcoins. Now, of course, that depends on the altcoin. You can't just long or short any altcoin you see based on what I just said. You need to actually identify structures that line up with Bitcoin, but they should be pretty plentiful. And that's what we're doing in the VIP group at this point in time. So yes, I'd say another maximum of 10 days into the 13th of the consolidation, and then we will be making a move. September will be a big month. I don't expect the first part of September to be massive, though. I think, we will see a little bit of consolidation here. Now, what I do see, though, is on Ethereum, for example, I see a massive rounding top formation, and I see us going into resistance again, right? So that's bearish. I think Ethereum will break to the downside eventually. The S&P 500 is a little bit of a different story. The S&P doesn't look too bad, okay? The S&P actually has a bullish divergence, and you might be wondering, where am I drawing that from? Well, I'm drawing it from here, right? So we can see we've gone downwards on the RSI, and we've gone upwards on the price, and we've got a support line in that dashed yellow line there, and we're bottoming out stochastic RSI. The S&P doesn't look too bad. I think the S&P is relatively likely to come up for a bounce up to this resistance zone here, and then reject downwards and see something like that. That's what I would expect. I mean, look, when it comes to the S&P, it's so bloody manipulated, it's very hard to expect anything. That's one of the reasons I don't trade stocks, right? But, it doesn't look too bad at this point in time in terms of technicals. And so, that's something to keep an eye on the S&P as well. Obviously, if that starts bouncing, you'd start to loosen up on your short positions on Bitcoin, etc., because it means the macros are looking a little bit lighter. But, if for example, if the DXY keeps going up, and obviously that's a result of people selling in the SXP, but, generally speaking, generally speaking, if bond yields keep going up, DXY keeps going up, oil prices go up, that's an indication that, hey, the tear doesn't really matter here. We just drop down anyway. So I think that, that's kind of what you need to be keeping an eye on, really. I mean, it's just this pennant formation, draw in the bear flag, and drawing that macro downtrending line. Those are the three things you need to be keeping an eye on. Bollinger Bands are starting to tighten, right? Which means that compression is beginning to happen. It's only beginning, though. It hasn't been going on for a long period of time. So eventually, we will see a move. And again, that will be within the next 10 days on Bitcoin. That's the main point I wanted to cover in this video. So get used to the boringness. It might be here for at least, it could be here for 10 days. But just know that when we come out the other side, we're getting extremely close to the potential bottom here. Not in terms of price, but, well, actually, yes, in terms of price, but also, more importantly, in terms of date ranges. I've said in this video, if you agree with me that the lowest Bitcoin can go is 11.5K, some of you might not agree with that, we're going to be bottoming probably within November, October, November, within those months. That's only 2 months, right? That's not long. So get ready. You know what I mean? Get ready, okay? That's what I'm saying here on Bitcoin. If you're interested in becoming a VIP member with the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel, you can go to my YouTube homepage and you can click on the join button. This will open up a tab that shows you all of the perks you get for becoming a VIP. I'll quickly go through them now. There's 4 trading setups per week in spot and short positions, which is the main thing that people join for. Additionally, you've got prioritized reply to comments, meaning I will prioritize replying to your comments over people who are the free subscribers, the free channel members, because obviously as the channel grows, there's going to be more and more comments. I'm not going to be able to get back to all of them. And so the VIP members I will prioritize getting back to first. We've got a 2-hour lecture on market psychology, which many people have said to me is the most valuable video I have made. And then we've also got exclusive Telegram group access, where you gain access to a Telegram group in which VIP members share charts and discuss trading strategies and ideas and the signals that I post into the VIP group as well. All of that is just 40 AUD a month, which works out to be around 28 USD a month. If you're looking for an exchange to use for cryptocurrency trading and you're sick of your current exchange, or you're just looking for a better exchange, I'd highly recommend you sign up to the BitGet Exchange. There's many reasons for that. The first reason being it's non-KYC, which means it lines up with the fundamental values of cryptocurrency, decentralization on your end, which is perfect. It's also got 5 times lower fees than Binance, which is insanely cheap, which means you'll be saving a massive amount of money by trading on this exchange, which of course is one of your main intentions. On top of that, so it's 5 times less fees than Binance, it's decentralized, and on top of that, not your keys, not your crypto. That's not really a massive problem with this exchange because they've got a protection fund, which they've dedicated 6,000 Bitcoin and over $100 million into that protection fund in order to secure the funds of the users. Meaning, if something happens on the exchange and you lose your funds, it's not guaranteed, but there's a very good chance that you'll be able to recover those funds through use of the exchange's protection fund. And the last thing as well is if you sign up using my referral link, which by the way would support the channel, I'd highly recommend you do that, which you can find in the description below. If you sign up using my referral link, you can gain access to a reward center as well and gain access to over 4,000 USD in rewards by completing various tasks. So lastly, I'll just say it again, please sign up using my referral link. It takes 5 minutes and it helps out the channel a lot. Thanks guys. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to the Crypto Academy. This is a course developed by myself and MegaWorld Crypto. We're teaching people how to trade. Become a trader, a 10-unit course is like the title, a 10-unit course that teaches people how to become traders. We teach people how to analyze charts. We teach people how to take profitable trades, how to master TA, whatever it may be. You can go on the website and you can read a bit about this, but ultimately I'll give you a quick rundown, 10 units, starting from fundamental cryptocurrency concepts, going through to technical analysis, going through to market patterns, indicators, candlestick formations, profitable mindsets and psychology, and then finally how to find trades. We've got about 450 slides, 80 videos, 8 worksheets, and a trading diary, which means we're targeting all of the core psychological groups of how to learn things, right? We've got visual learners, we've got verbal learners, we've got people who learn using practical skills like practice. We've got many different things there. We're targeting all those groups. We've also done an extensive market analysis on what TA courses are currently available. And we can tell you right now, for the price you're paying for this course, and in general, this is the most extensive course you will find that finds all of the information relevant to teach you how to trade, gives you lifetime access after a one-time payment. So if you're interested in finding out more about the course, go ahead and email cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com and we'll get back to you with all the relevant information. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.